Hi everyone, welcome to CoreStack demo. In today's demo, you will learn how CoreStack captures monitoring alerts from Azure Monitor, a monitoring service in Azure Cloud, in real time and allow you to remediate them either automatically or manually. Additionally, you will also see the integration with ITSM tool, ServiceNow in this case. Each monitoring alert that gets captured will also have a corresponding incident ticket in ServiceNow. Similarly, any remediation triggered through CoreStack will also trigger a change ticket in ServiceNow, essentially capturing complete audit trail of actions performed in the system. CoreStack, a multi-cloud governance and management platform, offers multi-tenant and single sign-on capability. CoreStack provides its own native access control with strong role-based access control, and additionally supports LDAP or Active Directory integration for enterprises. In today's demo, I'll be using CoreStack's native access control capability. Signing into CoreStack takes you directly into its unified 4C dashboard. Before we understand 4C dashboard, let's understand how do we seamlessly onboard a cloud account. In this case, an Azure account. To onboard an account, click on Settings and Cloud Accounts. This takes you into Cloud Account Management space where you can view and manage the cloud accounts that you have onboarded so far. The left pane shows you the list of cloud platforms that we support. Let's go to Azure. For this demo, we have already onboarded an account for your reference. To view the onboarding settings, click on Edit. To onboard an account, there are some prerequisites such as providing access to CoreStack within your Azure subscription, apart from other details. Once the required details are entered, the onboarding wizard will take you to product activation, where you will select the various services or products from Azure that you want CoreStack to govern and manage. For today's demo, we are selecting virtual machine and web app services. Click next to move to configuration of 4Cs. These are the configuration settings that helps you govern and manage your cloud accounts in autonomous way. First C, that is Cloud Ops, involves configuration of alert and notification. Alert configuration allows you to select the monitoring matrices of respective products that you want CoreStack to automatically configure and capture. Since today's demo is more focused towards web app services, we will select all four matrices. The number of matrices listed can be expanded based on Azure Monitor's capability of exposing all the matrices related to each product. Each matrix comes with the default settings that are editable based on your own need. For example, I can change the window time from 5 minutes to 10 minutes. Added advantage here is the mapping of each alert with automated remediation. These alerts can either be resolved manually or it can be user defined or system defined. In user defined, you can select what remediation action needs to be taken by selecting required remedial template. For request metric, we are selecting bumping up the application service plan. If the request coming into the web app services goes beyond 5 as per the threshold and it remains above 5 for an interval of 5 minutes, the remedial action will automatically be kicked off. Then next we move on to the notification configuration. You can choose the activities from the list you want to be notified on when it happens in your subscription. These activities can be configured to be notified to you either by email or by passing the information to a webhook. This way you will always be in control of any suspicious activities that are happening in your subscription at any point in time. Once CloudOps configuration is done, Onboarding Wizard will take you through the configuration of other Cs like compliance, consumption, and cost. I'm skipping it for this demo, but we'll be happy to walk through other Cs in detail in our next demo. Once onboarding of cloud account is completed, we need to onboard the tool that we are integrating, which is ServiceNow in this case. By doing this, we are able to provide end-to-end operations management. Now click on Settings, Integrated Tools, and select ServiceNow. For this demo, we have already onboarded a ServiceNow account for reference. To onboard a tool, all you need to provide is an endpoint, which is basically an auth URL, and corresponding user account credentials that has access to tool. Click Next to activate modules within ServiceNow. For this demo, we are selecting change management and incident management. Configuration settings allows you to select and capture the value and its description into the tool. With that, we are now successfully completed the onboarding of the ITSM tool, which is ServiceNow. With onboarding of Cloud Platform and ITSM tool completed, let's jump to the use case. 1. Provisioning the web app, breaching the threshold, automatically capturing the alert and triggering an incident ticket, and finally, automatically triggering a remediation that would fix the alert and also trigger a change ticket. To provision the web app, let's go to template. Under my templates, you can onboard your own automation templates, ARM templates. Here in this case, we are going to trigger an ARM template which will provision a web app. This template can be executed on demand, or it can also be scheduled, but in this case, we are going to trigger it on demand. Note that we are not provisioning the web app through the portal, we are doing directly through CoreStack. Execution of the template will ask you to fill out few information, such as in which service account you want to provision the web app, um, and based on that you have to provide certain information, like the app service name. You have to select the right storage account type, give the storage account name, and ensure you select the appropriate SKU name, and in this particular case we are selecting S1. The SKU tier is standard, SKU capacity is 1, the location is East US, and we are going to do it in Linux. The run now will kick off this template and we'll go ahead and start provisioning the web app service. So each template, when it runs, it goes into a job history where you can monitor the real-time execution of the template. As you can see, it is in the creation process. The task will tell you in which step it is currently running. Let's see what's happening at the portal, Azure portal front. It would take a couple of minutes before the app service gets provisioned. So let's just wait for a few minutes till it shows up. There you go. So we have the web app service iteration 1 created. Um, and with this, we can also just go ahead and browse the web app. And you can see that the web app service is um, provisioned successfully. So once the creation activity happens, this will also send out the activity notification, and that's what you see here. The activity log says 5, wherein the creation process has triggered multiple activities. And as part of the provisioning, CoreStack also configures the monitoring alerts automatically, so you don't have to do manually. In this particular case, there are two alerts which are being enabled automatically by CoreStack. Now let's go ahead and breach the threshold by sending out multiple requests which are more than 5, because that's the threshold that we had put in, and see if the alert comes through. It should take a couple of minutes before the alerts gets generated and passed on, and CoreStack captures it. So I'm just trying to trigger more requests, maybe 10 or more, and see if the alert gets triggered. Let's check if the dashboard has created. I think there is a threshold alert that has come in. Let me refresh it and see if we have any other alert that got generated for iteration 1. Okay, so let's look at the alert that got generated. It is for iteration 1. It's for request metrics. The metrics value is 14, and the threshold value that we set was 5. So clearly it has breached it, and let's see if it has triggered any action, right? So here in this particular case, it has triggered a remediation automatically because we had set up a remediation template during onboarding. So the Azure update service plan has triggered, and the notification has already been sent to these email addresses which we added during the onboarding part as part of the notification configuration. Now let's go to template and see, because essentially the system template is nothing, should get triggered. And parallelly, let's go and check out if the notification has also come in. And here it looks like the notification has come in, which essentially tells that an action has been triggered, right? Um, and in the template, in the job, you can see the the remediation template also has been triggered. Oh, it's not yet triggered, sorry. That's another system job which is running. It should take about a couple of minutes because it has to wait for 5 minutes before it triggers the remediation. So let's just give it a couple of minutes before um, we see the job here, which will essentially bump up the service plan from S1 to S2, or the next available plan. Let me just refresh it. It should come in any moment. Okay, there we go. The system job, which basically upgrades the system plan, has been triggered. And let's see the task. It has completed a couple of tasks, and it is creating a change. Um, so this should essentially fix the alert automatically. Job shouldn't take much of a time to complete. Yep, there we go. It is completed. all the steps have been successful. And let's see the output. So as part of the output, you can also see the change number, which basically got created in ServiceNow. So let's quickly go to ServiceNow and see if the relevant information has been created. One, we should also see the incident ticket which got created when the alert came into CoreStack, and for the change that it made basically from service plan S1 to S2, it has created the change ticket. So we should also see the change ticket created in ServiceNow. Let me log in as system administrator. Go to the incident queue. It should display all the incidents. There we go. And let's just sort it and see the latest one which got created. This is the old one. Let me just sort it again. That should show. There we go. Yes. All right, so we can see that a change ticket 10264, which is the alert for the request, has been created. The information from CoreStack has flown in, and clearly it states the metric value is 14, and that's what we saw in CoreStack, where the threshold value was 5. And the incident ticket is pretty much here, which you can track it. And let's go and check for the change ticket. We go to the change queue, look at all the change, do a search, and there we go. The change ticket has been created. It has basically updated the service plan for iteration 1. That's the web app services name, and the news queue is S2. Let's go to the web app service and see if that particular change has indeed taken place. It should on the right side display more details. Give me one sec. Let me just open the web app service again. And we should get it on the right side, and there it is, the iteration 1 S2, and that's the service plan upgrade that has happened from S1 to S2, and this change would definitely would have closed the alert successfully. So in the dashboard we shouldn't see uh, the alert. So as soon as it gets resolved in monitor, CoreStack will pick it up, and this alert should get cleared up automatically. We see that it's still there, but it's just a couple of more minutes before it gets cleared out. Let me just do a refresh. Let's go and see if in Azure Monitor it's been resolved. The portal. Let's go to alert. Okay. Yep, the average request for iteration Sev3, it's resolved. So whatever change that we did has indeed resolved the monitoring alert. So within few minutes, they should also reflect here by clearing out the alert queue. And there it is. Threshold is 0, which means we have successfully cleared the alerts and we do not have any issues anymore. So with that, we come to the end of our demo. If you have any more questions, feel free to um, drop us a note at sales@corestack.io. Thank you so much.